Call it
Fred
Bob.
the Invisible One. Well, you dealt with Fred last time, or at least two of you did.
I can banish Fred. No, not banish Fred, banish Bruce. I could banish Bruce and resummon him at will.
If you wanted to call him Bruce, well, it's not exactly at will. You still need to get that copper powder in the right pentagram shape. Have to spend 2 hours from midnight chanting, probably by yourself. And that's assuming you have enough innate magic to do it.
Hey, Snoopy knows what he's doing. He'll be there with me. What do we? You're like, we got a problem? Alright, we're summoning this thing.
And also, you don't know the warding charms that we use to keep it in the house.
Oh shit, be right back.
He's got to learn the warding sequence.
We're going to go back to the library and research how to do that.
That's a very specific tone. But we'll get to what people are doing now then. So, at a best guess, because I've not been tracking this particularly well, Marishin will have 24 weeks of downtime.
Right.
Debbie will have 16 weeks of downtime.
Okay.
And Howard and Benny will both have 6 weeks of downtime.
Yes!
So, we'll start with the one who's got the most to do. Or the one who can do the most. Marishin.
Mm-hmm.
Since leaving the Corbett house, with the diary, I think you've got it rather than...
No, Zelly had it.
Oh,
Sorry, I didn't have the diary, no.
I have the dagger, though, I believe.
No, you don't have the dagger. The dagger was Marishin picked up the dagger.
No, she picked up the dagger.
No, I picked it up,
I picked
but
up the gem.
Oh, that's it.
I tried using it in session 2.
I was about to say, I'm sure you didn't have it, but... Alright. No,
I picked up the dagger.
So, you have
it's just
24 weeks, Marishin.
Yeah.
What have you got a lot to do with it.
What are you going to be doing? During downtime or whatever?
I don't really know the downtime rules yet. What can you do in downtime?
In downtime, you can either devote your energies to learning a skill or improving a skill, or you can read Cthulhu tomes if you have any. You can research things you've seen in previous sessions. Or you can just go to work as normal, in which case, huzzah, you're going to get a paycheck. Eventually.
Well, I assume I'm relatively self-employed anyway as a mechanic, so... well, engineer officially.
But is there anything specific you want to do to try and improve your stats or skills or abilities or whatever?
I would like potentially to research the dagger, since I did feel some sort of connection to it, and it seemed to be possessed and able to move.
Okay.
Through some sort of mental energy.
Do you have Cthulhu Mythos skill?
Do I have a Cthulhu Mythos skill?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the natural investigator skills? No.
You sure?
Oh, that was interesting.
Oh, shut up.
Okay. Then I'm going to need a Occult divided by 5 roll for the moment.
What, an Occult?
Occult divided by 5.
In that case, 1.
Did you pass?
I don't know, I didn't roll it.
I'm going to have to look things up.
Bleep, 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 bleep. It's highly unlikely. No, I didn't.
No. Well, that doesn't take you very long. You just, eventually, you give up after a week or so, having found nothing about it. I mean, all you can guess is that it might be a sacrificial dagger. You have a sense it's enchanted, but you don't know enough about enchantments in the first place to make it even a guess at where you would look at that sort of knowledge. But you don't waste a lot of time on it. It's just, yeah, throw it in a cupboard or whatever.
Well, I don't have the dagger.
Well, you don't have it in any case, which makes it even harder.
So, that was new. I had someone come and ask me if I wanted to know more about Jesus.
Oh, yes.
I told them I'm a Satanist.
Yeah. My brothers do that.
Just tell them that you're currently researching Cthulhu.
You know what? I'd have said, yes, I would love to talk about cheeses, and then have a long, lengthy discussion about cheese with them for the next hour.
Just go through the entire Python cheese sketch.
Yeah, exactly. But in any case...
It's very runny, sir. Oh, nonsense. I like it runny. No, it's really very runny, sir. The runnier, the better. Oh,
What's your
So,
take on
Jim has about
Lucci?
23 weeks left before the session begins if he wants to do any further training or acquire items or whatever else he wants to try and do.
Can I, at that point, then attempt to do some training with my crowbar of epicness?
As a weapon?
Yeah.
Okay. In your spare time, I suppose you get a sandbag or something and just practice attacking things with the crowbar of awesome. Okay, roll a melee crowbar check and let me know what you get.
And how many times were you hauled off to jail for this?
Well, you wouldn't be if I was just like training and hitting like wooden struts in like places on my own.
You
Oh, you were just walking
Other
down
than
the
the fact
street,
that I've just smashed everything.
stacking mailboxes.
Yeah. I rolled.
Did you make a
Parking
training?
meters.
Sorry, what? What do you say, Snoop?
Did you make a training montage?
Oh, I was gonna say that.
I rolled a 69, which versus my 30.
Yep, 69 is a fail. That means you do improve the skill, and since you've had a full 10 weeks on this, where the heck are my dice go?
What did you want to roll?
It's a D10.
How many points do you get?
D10 because you had the full 10 weeks to
Apparently an 8 is what I rolled.
improve that skill by 8, and I'll be back in 2 moments.
Hooray!
I don't have a
increased my 8
D6.
generation.
I've not been able to improve any of my stats yet because I'm outside of a session.
I'm not particularly worried about improving my stats.
I've been stuck reading this fucking book.
So yeah, to say the least, those Jesus worshippers sort of thanked me for my team.
And run away, yeah.
They did. They walked away really fast.
They screwed up once because they came to the door for me and they said, like, do you believe that God and Jesus care about all the horrible things in the world at the moment? And I said no, because basically, as far as I'm concerned, if such a creature as God exists, he would be unto us as... Sorry, we would be unto him as bacteria are unto us. And they kind of looked at me blankly and I said, well... basically not worthy of notice until in sufficient quantities to be dangerous, at which point the policy is either die or kill. And they kind of went, have a leaflet and left.
Okay, that takes up about half of the downtime, Marishin. So you can fully train another skill if you want to.
And 10 weeks training crowbar. So that leaves me with 13. If I... What else could I do with training in?
Tai Chi.
Tai Chi.
You could try and learn martial arts.
Actually, my kick is 75, so I'm pretty good at that, I assume.
Well, at least kicking things.
I'm good at kicking things. I'm a 50 in fist as well, so I'm a relatively competent fighter, I assume, unarmed.
Yeah.
Training your occult. We need a Zelia like over here.
It could be a wise idea to train a cult, to be honest. Since I didn't understand the thing about the dagger. Can I actually train Cthulhu Mythos, or is that untrainable?
Cthulhu Mythos is untrainable.
Right, so
Well,
I can just train
at least directly. There are ways of doing it, but you need Cthulhu tomes or things of that nature in order to improve Cthulhu Mythos.
Why is it... Oh, yeah, I know why it's shown twice on the character sheet, actually. Why am I even asking that question?
Yeah, the one in the top stat is basically 99 minus Cthulhu Mythos is the highest your sanity can ever be.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
I know those rules. So actually, my Cthulhu Mythos was 2, and I would still have failed the roll, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, you are at 2. Okay, I don't know if you're up to date character sheet here, but so I'll grab it. I'll grab it at the end of the session as long as you've got it.
Well, what I'll do is I'll send it to you when we've done the training, at least. So
Yep.
Oh, I forgot. I also had 2 points.
So you want to try and
Train
research
occult.
the occult?
Yeah.
Okay, that's no worries. I mean, you're kind of doing that with the dagger anyway, so I'll incorporate that as part of that. So you basically go almost blindly through a library looking at occult novels and just going, what the heck is this rubbish all about? Make a occult roll.
Yeah, 63 versus 5.
Yep, that's fine.
Yeah, so this is going to be tiny passes.
When you're training, you want to fail the skill.
Yeah, I know.
So you have a full D10 skill points increased, which I've rolled a 9 for.
I will live with 9. I couldn't really roll much better.
No, you really couldn't have done.
So my occult is now 14.
And that takes you up to the start of the session.
Was it really? You said 10 weeks.
Yeah, it's 10 weeks, and you had... I mean, you got a couple of weeks on either side of it, but you can't really do a lot within that. I incorporated that
Yeah,
into
it's
the
nice
dagger and
enough.
things, so... Yeah, really, you need a minimum of 6 to get any kind of improvement. And I've kind of been slightly lenient on the rules there in any case. Going back to Debbie. You have 16 weeks of downtime after the events at Gamwell.
I don't have a D16 though.
You don't need a D16, dear.
So what are you going to be doing for those 16 weeks?
Okay, well, 2 of them is going to be spent having those overalls designed for me.
You don't urgently need that in downtime, but okay.
But it's retail therapy after the traumas.
Fair
You're
enough.
supposed to be like a big burly farmer. You're not supposed to be a girly girl.
I'm a glamazon.
Oh yes, I forgot you said you were a glamazon. Yeah.
As she has said many times. I can argue that's possibly a credit rating skill, but let's see how you go with this.
Okay. Maybe it could go under craft.
Unless you're making the
credit
things.
rating.
But yeah, if you're making it yourself, it would go to crap.
But
No,
you
not
have
me.
to spend a
No.
while learning that skill, so...
Yeah.
You
It
make
would take
your
me a long time of
one leg
bedazzling.
long and the other 2 short.
So, what are you going to be doing then?
For the rest of my weeks?
Yep.
Let's see. I think I should take some driving classes.
Okay.
Oh, good point. Oh, wait, no. Marriage has a car.
I have a car and I have a 70 drive auto skill, so I'm a pretty competent driver.
I was worried
I
about
have
the car.
20 auto.
So you're still... Okay, you're still fine with that? Okay, so you go take advanced driving lessons and just... Yeah, I don't know
For
how you
about,
practice that.
3
You don't have a
weeks.
vehicle yourself, but still. That's what you end up doing. So can I have a drive auto check from you?
Rent one.
Yeah, you can do that as well.
Which dice should I roll?
D100.
Oh, D100.
D100.
Yeah, most things D100, and I said otherwise.
40, and I currently have a 20%
Yep, that's
skill.
a fail, so you improve by 6 points.
Okay, so 26%.
Hooray!
I still can't drive
You
on
can.
streets.
At 20%, you can drive on streets. I
Yeah.
think.
It's
without
assumed that
getting
most
arrested?
characters can without worrying about it. It's only if things go wrong or you have to make emergency stops or something happens.
It's basically the point of going past 20 is advanced driving, or like driving car chases or chasing somebody or
running away.
or running away from giant monsters and things like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Saying that, Martin,
Alright, so I think that takes up about 5 of my 16 weeks.
No, that takes up your 10 weeks.
It took me 10 weeks to
That's why I rolled a
learn to
D10.
drive. Oh,
Yeah, it
There
takes
is
a
a
long time to learn
D100.
things in this game, generally speaking.
Okay.
And you still have 4 or 5 weeks, but I'm not sure there's a lot you can do with them.
What about my credit rating? Did I get some bonus miles?
You can... Can you note in your
Some
character sheet
gas
that you're spending
points.
4 weeks working on that, and I'll add that to the next set of downtime.
Make a note that I spent 4 weeks working on my overalls.
We're working on...
My retail therapy.
No, your credit rating skill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just mull that 4 weeks, and you can continue that later, and when you've got a suitable amount, I'll roll a dice for it.
Okay.
Right, moving on to Howard.
I'm gonna read that damn book. I'm gonna finish it this
You're
time.
going to finish the darn book, actually, I think, because you only got 2 weeks
I
to go in
got
it.
6 weeks.
How many weeks you got left to go in it?
6 weeks, so the entire downtime.
Huzzah! I timed that perfectly.
I was worried you'd not give me enough time. I was like, no, I'll never work out the ending.
Well, here's some interesting news. You gain... Let's see how many points it is. For the incomplete Levi bonus. You get-
5, isn't it?
I think it's 5. I'm just checking that. It's +4. You've already taken your sanity hit for this book. You gain 4 points of Cthulhu Mythos.
Whoa.
You also think you have... Oh, no, that's not it. That's the wrong book. Sorry. It's not 4.
So current max sanity
It is, no, it
94.
is 5. It is 5. Sorry.
Hang on, what?
Yep, it's 5.
See, I know, I did actually read stuff for this
you
one.
can. I was reading Corbett's diaries, not
Yeah, Corbett's
Libro
diaries.
bonus.
Oh, I was 7% Cthulhu Mythos.
Yes, you do. You also have from the ritual, you've actually... oh, I've got marriage as well. I'm not sure. You think you've got some hints as to how to cast some other spells. Because even though the sections that mostly dealt with that were worn, thin, and rotted in your copy, it still gave you a few hints. So I'm just going to mark a note on my little thing here, but that won't apply for the moment, but you'll get a bit of bonus.
Maybe identifying spells rather than actually being able to do them.
Well, next time you actually try to learn any spells, you'll get a slight bonus.
Oh, okay.
Because they are partially talked about within the Livre bonus, and Livre bonus talks about a lot of spells.
It does.
The full book, so you got a few hints on that one. Oh, thank you. I'll just swap over. Right. I say that took up all of that, didn't it? So.
Yep.
So that leaves on to Mr. Benny.
So I could study the sarcophagus.
I think you already got all the main information you would out of that, but can I have either a archaeology or an occult roll from you?
Okay, 1 second. What did I close this? Jesus. Okay, occult's better by 4%.
It's better than nothing. It's a chance.
I rolled a 91.
Nah.
Okay,
No.
okay.
You're unable to work anything out about it.
Curses.
Well, it's anything you hadn't already worked out. I think Dylan, I think Howard actually took the rubbing of the sarcophagus last session.
I did, yeah, in case we need to present someone. Or actually, no, it's a translation, wasn't it?
So you guys still have that Dark Brotherhood book as well, that hand.
Debbie, yes, you can purchase all of that. You now have a
Who is the
lockpick,
Dark Brotherhood book?
brass knuckles, and a handgun. Which type of handgun are you going for? I should also remind you do have a shotgun.
Oh yes, but it's probably not best for walking around town with. And I've got these big, fabulous new overall pockets.
The handgun. And so when she runs out of ammo.
I noticed a boo actually in the
Non-stop.
equipment tables for handguns in 5th edition.
Is there a Browning in there?
As a handgun?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hand cannon, more like, but okay. Yeah, the boo-boo is that it has the Luger in there, but it doesn't actually have... You can't buy the right kind of ammo, so you have to assume it's the very rare .45 Luger.
Let me check what kind of handgun I want.
Yeah, I'm just looking
This
at
guy
it.
had the best weapon in the game. The blackjack.
He does have a blackjack. It is, as he's proven.
I'm waiting for the point where Dylan tries to blackjack some sort of Cthulian monster.
He had a go at it last session, or would
Did
he?
Sounds about right.
Did I attack the zombie? I don't remember.
Oh, the zombie.
I think I was too worried, wasn't I?
I mean, essentially.
I tackled you down to stop you from breaking the pentagram.
Yeah, that did happen.
That happened.
That was out of my control.
Debbie?
Yeah,
That was me going loonies.
I'm just looking at things at the moment here.
This is session 4, isn't it? Technically.
This will technically be session 4 in the overall scheme of things.
Yeah.
That will cost you $375.
Okay, I can swing that.
Me and Stoops are going to be the first ones out of this because the ones that have been
You
every single
now
session.
own a handgun.
And I'll take that out of my savings, so...
I mean,
Yeah.
I do have
Yay.
33 sanity left.
I'm on 56 still.
Yeah, because you've skipped the last couple of sessions, and the last
Yeah.
session was a bit brutal for sanity.
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus. God damn it, Margin.
When he had Zelly there, he can cure our insanities.
He also knows about the occult.
Yes.
Okay, so... Yeah, that doesn't wield much for you. Is there anything else you're going to be trying to do in downtime?
I guess he's gonna. He wants to do some more therapy.
Okay, you're going to spend another month in therapy.
Yeah.
Okay, let me roll a psychology check for the...
You're going to more sanity than me anyway.
Okay, he doesn't botch, but he doesn't help you much either. No increase for that month.
God damn him. Why am I paying you?
Therapy is a long process. Come back next month with more money. and that whistling.
Indeed.
And the ding.
That's the downside of having fixed my phone. I now get the whistling and my watch going ding every time someone emails me.
Huzzah!
Got a fucking smartwatch.
I do have a smartwatch, yeah.
Why?
Because they're kind of cool. I got it really cheaply when I was in Canada last year.
Okay. So to recap briefly, what happened at the end of the last session. 6 weeks ago, Howard, half of your plant biomass is now missing, and something leaps over the fence and escaped.
Yes.
The remaining biomass has died completely.
I can tell this.
It's gone brown, it's gone black,
Yeah.
it's fizzled out, you can see it almost decomposing.
It had no troubles before this other half was taken, I guess.
No, it just was static. It was still... It didn't look alive, but it was just greeny, white, and static, and had been since you left Gamwell. It was just after that had happened that it sort of now rotted.
Well, that's great. The guy killed it for me. All right, no need for the session. I imagine I've already told
have you?
about this and that. Well, because I would have told them probably after it happened rather than 6 weeks after I had my house broken into.
Well, I'm just giving you the details in any case that has happened within a week or two of the person breaking into your house and escaping, seemingly.
Right. I
think Benny was
guess
shot
I
Also, during the 6 weeks, just because it's convenient and he was technically living with you, he's now buggered off. That's Dr. Juan.
He wasn't living with me. He was in the hotel.
I thought he was living with you at some point.
No, he was at the hotel. I paid him $3,000.
And now he's left.
The bugger.
I know. You're not even 100% sure if he was your cousin or not. That's the funny bit of that.
Wait a minute.
He does have a cousin with that name, but...
Alright, I
may or may not have been the correct cousin.
I'm definitely going to track down... damn, I need to remember character names. Farmer Debbie and Benny Fitz. I'm definitely going to track down both of them, because they know about the plant thing. I'm not sure... I guess Jim McDougherty was at the farm when I was going down there to tell Debbie. That's what
It can be. It can be. For the moment, this is just sort of background, and things have gone missing anyway.
Right. Do you need to just fill in on the Gamwell estate stuff, Marijan?
I guess so, because I didn't sort of track what happened.
Why do you do that? I'm going to go let the dogs out before they decide to use the kitchen as a toilet. Again.
Always a good idea.
Okay. So, what happened at the Gamwell estate is that we were all called out to the town of Gamwell to investigate a missing person.
Mm-hmm.
And we came across the house, and it's apparently also a site of some grisly murders a long time ago.
Why didn't you invite me, you bastard?
You were out of town.
In Canada, I
assume.
believe.
I don't know. You could have come along.
I'd hopped the border and gone to Canada, yeah. Perhaps I was just gone fixing Connor's plane after he crashed in Canada, I don't know.
He was there.
Yeah, he was there at the time, so...
Yeah, well, that doesn't mean anything. It's Connor. He probably turned the engines on and then let go.
And we went there, and it turns out that in the basement... Oh, wait, actually, we don't know if it's in the basement, do we?
No, you never got down into the basement.
There was some sort of plant creature living in the house. And it essentially said these vine creatures after us, and it left behind all this nasty little plant gore biomass.
Like goop.
And we didn't get rid of that thing.
We didn't have enough salt.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Yeah, it's basically its only weakness seems to be salt. Or do we actually know its only weakness is salt?
You know salt worked. I mean, you did buy up a lot of salt after that session, I'll be honest.
Actually, well, we don't totally know that salt's like it's
Perhaps he was just making a gigantic plate of fish and chips.
I didn't buy the salt. I bought the flashlights.
Somebody bought a lot of salt after that session.
Every day, I think. All right.
And deliberately took salt shakers to the next
And now
mission.
the entire town's disappeared, and I took back some of the biomass with us to try and study, and something broke into my house and has taken the biomass with it. I don't know what that thing was. I don't know where it went. But, yeah, this is what happened.
There's robots in the past!
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Well, anyway, that's sort of the general briefing. You could tell him about the events in Arkham as well, but...
Oh, if you find a guy
if you want
called
to admit to the
Anchovies,
multiple charges of potential murder that could be coming back to you at some stage.
they're not targeted at me. They're targeted at the two ones that aren't here. Yeah, so they're in jail at the moment.
They're not, but
Well, they might be. Who knows?
they might be. You don't know where they are. They've gone off.
Yeah, they've gone underground.
They've gone to have a fight over the
Just
whole thing with his sister and girlfriend type thing.
Just mention our names. Did you ever come across Dr. Anchovies or
Dr. Anchovy?
Dr. Anchovy?
Dr. Artemage? He's a friend of ours now.
Anchovy arsonage.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Basically, I think Dylan's been having LSD on his pizzas again.
He does kind of have that look about him.
Yeah.
I assume they've noticed my necklace at this point.
I think it's the 53 flashlights he's got on him that's making it slightly obvious.
He does have a lot of flashlights.
I have 4 flashlights tied around my neck, yes.
Isn't that rather heavy in 1920s flashlights?
They didn't look that bad when I looked at
He's
some
been
images.
dripping battery acid into his coffee.
Like I say, lead acid batteries weigh a lot.
I think it's hilarious. I think it looks fashionable.
Thank you.
A
As it
statement
slowly
piece.
Fashionable,
soft
and
and
it might
skin.
save our lives.
It's a bold statement piece.
It's like the flashlight equivalent of flavor, whatever.
Flavor Flav.
Well, he used to have the gigantic watch thing, didn't he?
Yeah, clock on his neck. Oh, there's serious things wrong with that person.
Unfortunately, I have no idea where to start when it comes to tracking down the goop.
Well,
Because,
I assume our glorious keeper, or whatever you want to refer to them as, I think Call of Cthulhu refers to them as keepers.
Yeah, they are keepers.
Will presumably explain what happens to us next.
Well, no, this is just a small catch-up thing. During those 6 weeks, we haven't actually got to the start point, really.
Yeah.
Well, but I assumed we'd kind of finished the basic catch-up stuff.
Okay, fair enough. So you all go back to your lives within your own homes, and let me make a luck roll for this one.
For everyone.
I'm going to make them. Just bear with.
It's secret.
Oh god.
This is. I wouldn't worry. This is me to work out which one of you it's got to happen to.
It's gonna be
Yeah, nothing to worry about.
Nothing to worry about at all.
It's gonna be me.
Depends whether you need to be lucky or unlucky to get it to happen to you.
Well, this is possibly true. Although in truth, it could only have been 2 of you, so ignore that.
2 of us.
I could have been 3 of you.
Just the 3 of us.
Indeed.
Debbie.
Oh, what?
I need you to make a listen check.
Uh-oh. I'm not listening. La, 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 la.
No, you're not listening to a lot of things. You're actually asleep at this point. But still, you have to make a listen check for now.
Okay, D100.
D100.
She's plugged her ears. La, 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 can't hear it. La, 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 la.
She's doing the whole
22.
Not listening. I'm not listening.
Okay. Have a check.
Which is-
Oh, by the way, Snoopy, have a check on
25.
grapple, because I didn't give you one last time for rolling a 0-2.
I failed, so I succeeded.
You were great at grappling. You saved my life.
Oh, right, yeah, okay.
You should have had a check on that. I don't think I gave you one. So we'll carry it over.
Okay.
In the meantime, Debbie, 22 would be a pass, actually.
Yep, I failed, so I succeed. Hee.
No, you succeeded, so you succeeded. You were woken up by creaking floorboards in the middle of the night.
Oh. Tonight?
Well, no, last night.
It's that bloody rascally Lazarus is crawling in.
Rabbits.
Okay.
Okay, so you are woken up. Creeping floorboards in the bottom level of your house.
Lazarus trying to get his
Downstairs. Okay.
Yep. What are you going to do?
I'm going to reach for my shotgun and walk down the stairs slowly.
I'd ask the question, but I won't actually.
You go ask him why there's a shotgun there.
Why is the shotgun in your bedroom? But carry on.
She's a
I sleep
gambler.
next
She
to it.
She sleeps next. Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna query. That's what I said. I was gonna query it. I decided not to.
Yeah.
I might not
Okay,
sleep next to a shotgun, but Debbie certainly would.
Okay, fair enough. Can I have
Too
another
many
listen
bad
roll
days.
from you as you get out to
She's
the
been on too
hallway?
many bad days. Yeah. Okay,
Debbie?
listen check number 298. Oh!
Okay. Whatever sound you heard has stopped, and you don't hear any movement from downstairs. The lights are all still off at this point, but you know the layout of your house.
Yeah.
So what do you want to do from here?
Well, my house, I probably know by now, doesn't creak on its own, so I'm gonna carefully peek around the corner with my shotgun ready.
Okay, can you roll concealment?
Okay. 7.
It's a blob.
Have a check on concealment.
Really good.
Conceal was 15, so I got 7.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Have a check on concealment.
I'll roll again.
No, you've checked.
Oh.
No, you've succeeded. Have a check on it. You'll get potential increases to that later.
Yay!
It's a
Okay.
blob.
You can see a shape moving in the darkness downstairs. It's outside the kitchen area. It seems and has just walked in.
Walks into my main room.
It's walked into your kitchen. Can I have a spot hidden?
Okay. 94.
Okay, you don't glean anything specific. It was a shape. It could have been more than one person. It might have been 2 or 3 people. You don't know.
Okay.
But you don't hear drawers and things being opened in your kitchen.
Okay.
But there seems to be no indication that they know you're there.
Okay.
And while they are trying to be quiet about it, it's only so quiet you can be when you are opening everything and rummaging around.
Do I have a clear vision of them, at least to aim whether or not I know what or who they are?
You're still on the stairs at this point, by my reckoning of it.
Sounds to me this is the
I can
correct
just hear
point.
them.
It is the correct
Well-
point to don your rhinestone overalls, leap into the kitchen, go fabulous, and fire.
I'm going to creep towards the kitchen until I can get a decent aim with my gun.
Okay, sneak roll. You've gone through quite all of the hiding skills at this point.
67. Yeah.
The floorboards
They're
creep
gonna-
under you, and suddenly there is a loud shifting of items. You
Uh-oh.
hear things dropping to the floor. Okay, we're now into initiative order. Just so we know. You hear footsteps running towards you,
No!
and you see a vague outline of a shape by the door, which apparently he's moving seemingly The door is swinging closed as well. You guess he's just moved in, trying to close the door on you. Your action?
Wait a minute, he's leaving my house or just coming
No,
in?
he's closing the door of the kitchen.
Oh.
There is another way out of there through the back. Yeah, through the back and into, effectively, garden farm area. But those are the only two ways out of the kitchen. He's closing the door which leads to the hallway you're in. Your action. Note, in the original plan of this is going to be in Dylan's house where there were going to be two of you. Hence because I thought he was staying with you, and also, yeah, there would be two of you to make this work. This is why I decided on luck rolls.
Can I have a dog?
Well, not right now, no.
Oh.
Just leave the currently intruded house, go out to the pound and buy a dog in the middle of the night. I shall name thee Waffles. Now kill!
You also suggested that your farm is mostly involved with veggies, so...
Okay, I'm gonna run to my kitchen door, kick it open, and point with my shotgun.
There's a lot of actions there, but the first of those is kicking the door down. Kick roll.
No, kick it open, not down.
Well, same.
It's not locked.
Same difference in this case.
Okay, so a kick check.
Yep.
A kick roll. 15 out of 25.
Check on kick. Stop succeeding. Making a mockery of the skill system. Okay. You kick the door open. You actually fling a person, probably about 6 foot, down onto the floor in front of you.
Yay, me!
Llamas and bitches.
You do see a glint of metal as he fell down off of the moonlight through the window, suggesting he's armed with some form of pistol.
Burglar.
Which you now get a full indication of because he fires it at you.
Ah!
You rolled a 1.
You are hit.
No.
No. That's your reaction to being shot at. Good to know.
Terribly ethereal. No.
You are shot in the arm for 4 points.
Does
We'll say your left
give me
arm
4
for the
points
moment.
or I take away 4 points
Yep.
Hit points,
to
yeah.
my hit
Yeah.
points?
Yeah.
He's briefly illuminated for the moment that there is just the one person in the room, seemingly.
Okay.
He might even have not meant to fire that. That might have just been the reaction of the door being kicked down and him landing. But either way, it's your action now. You've just been shot.
Can I still aim my shotgun at him with my other arm?
You could fire the shotgun at him if you really wanted to.
Yeah. I yell at him to drop it. And if he doesn't immediately drop it, then I'm going to shoot him in the leg.
Okay, so you're effectively passing your action then to let him have a go. He fires again, missing you completely. He seems to be trying to be scrambling away to the back door at this point.
Okay, I'm going to shoot him in the leg. Or at least try to.
Okay, aim shots for the leg. Can I have a half shotgun roll from you then?
Half shotgun.
Yep, you're specifically aiming for his leg, so...
So I'd roll a D100 and cut it in half.
Yeah, you're trying to get half your skill, so in this case you're trying to get a 35 or less.
On a D100?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, 73.
Nope, you miss.
No.
Doing
I shall
untold
hide.
damage to your stove and icebox, most likely.
No, not my Viking.
Okay. He scrambles to the back door and flings it open at this point. He's now running.
I run after him and try to shoot him anywhere I can manage to hit.
Okay. Yeah, make another shotgun roll.
60. No.
60's a hit for you.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
Yay!
because you have a 70 skill.
Yeah.
Oh, yay.
Let me just find the damage on that. Because you've got a... See, what is your shotgun these days? Just a 12 gauge. It's a 12 gauge, okay.
Yes, it's a 12 gauge Remington.
Roll 2d6.
Okay. D6 with a 2 modifier.
No, just 2d6.
2d6, yeah.
Oh, okay. 3 and 1.
4.
Okay. The man falls over forwards.
Okay.
Okay. It's silent.
I walk up towards him carefully, my gun still aimed at him, to see if he's alive.
Okay. Can I have a spot hidden check from you?
Yep. 52.
Is that a pass?
51. No.
No, fail by 1. Okay. Okay. You're now at this point standing on top of him. He does not appear to be moving.
I'm standing on him?
Well, next to him. Standing over him.
Okay. I nudge him with my foot to see if he makes any response.
Okay, let me just check one quick thing here. What's your strength? Actually, it might not be
11.
Your strength is 11 when I get down to it. Right. Okay. He at this point grabs you and immediately tries to put you into a hold. Unfortunately, you're too strong for him to fully pin you at this point. So you're now effectively grappling.
I'm gonna hit him in the head with the butt of my gun.
Okay, melee weapon shotgun. 25.
That's not how you shotgun.
It isn't.
Well, he's
but that's
too
what she's
close range right now.
for. Yeah.
You
can't
can't
shoot
shotgun it. No, you could.
You could,
Probably killing him.
but you haven't reloaded your shotgun and you fired it twice. You've given him both barrels.
87.
No, you failed to knock him over the head. At this point, he begins running again, runs and flings himself behind a wall.
So now he's behind a wall.
Yeah, he's trying to get away from you, but he's aware you've got a shotgun.
Is it a wall I can shoot through?
You could if you wanted to shoot through your wall, but you don't imagine it would do a lot. He's not beyond that far away from you. You could try and chase him down.
Okay, I'm going to trace him down, making shots at him within reasonable range.
Okay. You round the corner, shotgun.
15.
Begs the question, she not only sleeps with the shotgun, she sleeps with shotgun shells to hand.
Oh, it's loaded every night, yep.
That's what I'm saying. You fired both barrels.
Yeah, you have to reload it, though.
Click!
I got a 15, so...
Yep, and I went click.
What does that mean?
It means there's
You've given him both
shotgun
barrels.
shells. You need to reload.
No! Well, obviously I'm reloading as I'm running.
Do you have ammo on you?
Of course, I keep it in one of those ammo belts, and I grab it because it's hanging right next to my
Which you
shotgun.
were wearing while you were sleeping?
No, it hangs right next to my shotgun.
I keep ammo up my butt.
It's the best place
So
to
you
keep
have to sit on your gun to reload it.
No, he just has to squat every time he wants to reload.
Okay. In interest of being fair, I'm going to let you have a shot. You're close range this time, though, so 4d6. But in future, you have to say you're picking up ammo as well.
Oh wow! Unfortunate for you that I wasn't rolling this damage. 6664.
Unfortunate for the person, anyway. He's already been partially gunshots, but 46, Debbie.
Okay. 6, 5.
You can actually declare the number of dice you're rolling with that, but don't worry.
6, 5, 6, 3.
Yeah, not bad. 6, 12, 5, 17, 20.
Okay, let me find. What am I usually have a hit like
twice.
Yeah, he falls to the ground, and there is a large splat of blood. You basically shot out his torso.
Huzzah!
You don't need a doctor.
He doesn't need a doctor anymore.
Stuff like a doom.
He needs a miracle worker.
But you guess he's not going to be sneaking around your house looking for whatever he was looking for anymore.
Or shooting my arms. He asked for it. Alright, I'm gonna walk up to him, still with my gun trained on him, and
yeah, he's
and
missing
reload it.
a large section of his torso. He's done.
Well, after all the stuff we've seen, we don't know.
Yeah, can I have a sanity check from you as well?
Yeah, I was gonna wonder about that.
1 out of 100.
Yep. Okay, that's fine.
I'm perfectly sane.
Cold steel ride killer.
Yep, I am.
Yeah, completely unfazed by having blown a person into meaty chunks.
He's just lucky I wasn't wearing my
At point blank,
overalls.
which means probably you are covered in bits of him.
Ew. He's super lucky. I
Yeah,
wasn't wearing
take
my
one for that.
overalls.
Sorry.
He only wanted to speak about.
That's one sanity loss for that, Debbie.
Okay.
I did just double check that, but yeah, that comes under mangled human corpse.
Okay.
You see,
So I've got 82 sanity.
he'd actually come to see if you'd found Jesus, so he was just checking the kitchen drawers to see if you'd hidden him in there.
No, it was not Jim. Otherwise, yeah, I'd have let him have a proper chance at that.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk up to him and see if I can recognize who he was.
Well, he's wearing some dark grey robes and has basically a sock with eyes cut out on his face.
Oh. Oh, so he's a KKK leader.
That's a strange conclusion.
They have to wear white.
Yes.
But
That sounds like what he's wearing.
but that's what he currently looks like. What are you doing then? You're searching the body, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the hood off and, try to find any
Okay.
remnants of identification.
You see a fairly young male face, not one you recognise though, and you'd guess he was in his mid-20s.
Well, he's probably still in the mid-20s, at least in number of pieces.
Well, indeed.
And there's no identification or symbolism on him.
No, you notice he's got some silver tattoo on his wrist, but he's mostly blood soaked at this point anyway, and a bit ruined by shotgun pellets. He does have a couple of bits of paper on him though,
Okay.
with 3 addresses on it.
Is one of them mine?
The top one is yours.
Do I recognize the other addresses?
Make an idea roll.
Okay. 92.
No.
I have 85.
Nothing strikes you about them. One of them's somewhere in Connecticut, and the other one is somewhere else in Boston you don't know the location of.
Is it in Connecticut? The other is Boston. Okay. I'm gonna collect the pieces of paper Does he have any writing implements on him? A pencil or anything?
He does, actually.
Okay, I'm going to collect that, and I'm going to draw on the back of the piece of paper.
The other bit of paper appears blank, though obviously blood-soaked.
Well, on the back of the address paper, I'm going to draw the symbol of his tattoo on the wrist for further analysis.
Okay. Once that's done, what are you going to be doing?
Back to bed.
Because you have a very, very, very shot person effectively the entrance to your farm.
Wolves got him.
Well, once I've collected all the bits of identification I'm interested in, I'm going to go back to my homestead and call the police to report a break-in.
Wolf shotguns.
And I am injured by his gun, so I'm going to tell them to bring the doctor with them. Which might turn out to be Dylan.
I suppose it could be on call at this point. Though on call in the middle of the night, it's probably not gone well for him.
Oh, Jesus.
At least the hospital's well lit most of the time.
At least I got my flashlights.
I assume Dylan has a morbid fear of the dark at the minute then.
He has an absolutely crippling fear of the dark at the moment.
So he won't come out at night?
Not if he can help it.
Oh.
This also can kind of lead to insomnia, which suggests why he might be working in a lit hospital this late at night. So, yeah, okay.
Well, I might want someone else poking
Howard.
at me then.
Burning the midnight oil in your office, you get a call to...
He's gone AFK.
He has gone AFK.
What a doctor.
Okay, Howard, bye.
He's a professional.
Okay, we won't bring Howard into the game at this point, but we'll make sure he hears about that later. I don't know, I try to put people into the right places and... You know,
He says he is here.
Yay.
well, I can't hear him.
No, he's typing. Probably
He's
being talked
typing.
at.
No,
Oh, okay.
Alright, well, anyway, eventually,
Yeah.
oh, hello. Okay, Howard Hawker arrives at the farm. Obviously, he would have gone out there knowing the farm location and that one of his friends was shot at.
Alright, I'm gonna go over. The police with me, I'm imagining at this point.
Yeah, they're bringing.
They arrive, and police are currently investigating the body. At this stage.
Right. If they're investigating the body, I'm gonna go over to Debbie then.
Okay, Debbie.
Yep.
The house is generally lit up, and the police haven't really interviewed you at this stage. They have secured your shotgun, though.
Oh, they took it.
Yep,
shots on
and they
its
asked, and they asked to see any other weapons you had at the house.
Okay, are they gonna take them?
Yes.
No. Oh, nuts. Okay, I'm gonna tell them that the shotgun's the only one that I have at the house, and keep the locations of my handgun hidden.
Where is it, out of character information here?
That's classified information.
I'm the GM. Where is it?
Classified.
In my underwear drawer.
Okay, fair enough. Quite why you didn't bring that and not the
Underneath
shotgun.
all of my underwears.
Again, why you brought that and why you didn't bring that and brought the shotgun? Yeah.
Well, because I would have had to get it out of my drawer. And that would have caused a little bit of noise, the dragging of the wood drawer.
Okay. So, Howard, you see a slightly, well, actually, a completely unfazed Farmer Debbie. She is thankfully surrounded by lanterns.
Can we put some lights on inside and we'll head in there.
They are right.
So take a look at your wound.
They're all in the house because I knew you. I assumed you was coming.
Alright,
Medicine
can I
roll for
take-
you then.
Yep. Medicine, right? Not first aid.
Medicine, it's been too long for first aid.
Right.
I'm
Pass
shot,
at 10.
man.
I'll check that.
Okay. It takes you about an hour, but you're able to restore 2 hit points and bandage the wound up.
Thank you.
By this stage, you notice the detective has now walked in and is in discussions with, well, a man in black.
Do I recognize this man?
You recognize the police detective as the person who was the first on scene and just went through the preliminary stuff with you and has been examining the body with his couple of his guys outside. This man in black has only just arrived, though.
Okay. So he's
After
new
a
to
couple
me.
of moments, the police detective walks outside and you hear the doors close and the car driving off.
The detective's car or the other guy's car?
Presumably the detective's car.
I go to the window to see.
Yep, the police car is driven off. They've all driven off, actually. There are still lines. They've taken the body. That's gone down to, presumably, coroner's or somewhere. But, yeah.
They're taking the ambulance back.
No, you've still got transport to get back to the hospital. But the ambulance wasn't needed. They've effectively... They're about to drive that back, waiting for you, really.
So they took the body, presumably, to the coroner.
Yep.
And what about the man in
At this
black?
point,
Is he still here?
Yes, he's actually just examining the inside of the room and he's oddly looking through drawers and things.
I ask if
You know this man?
what he's. Well, I introduce myself and ask who he is.
All in good time, my dear. All in good time. You just stay there.
Well,
didn't
can I
recognize
help
him
you
either.
locate something? Can I help you locate something?
No, there's no need. You stay still. You've just been injured.
Are you the district attorney?
He doesn't answer that and continues just opening drawers and checking through things. I see you
the
damaged your
detective coming
icebox. You'll need to get that replaced or at least repaired.
I grunt an acknowledgement.
You hear him audibly sigh after about 10 minutes and he begins closing things up.
Nothing
Well,
relevant?
I'm sorry to keep the two of you waiting. You would be... He is asking you at this point, Howard.
Howard Hawker, I was sent over here because I'm from the hospital to...
Can I have a psychology roll from both of you at that point?
I have the what? Oh,
Psychology.
No problem. Pass 18.
81.
Okay.
Like,
You get the sense he recognizes the name when he hears it.
Howard Hawker.
Yeah.
Do I get the sense too, or just him?
Just him.
Okay.
I see. You
Is
can
that
call
a
me
problem?
Alan Wake. I'm the special agent in charge of your case here. Now, miss, do you have any idea why somebody would come onto your property and search your kitchen?
I have no idea why he would look through my kitchen.
He's silent for a couple of moments. I see. Do you have any idea why somebody would break into your house in the middle of the night? Armed.
Presumably to look through my kitchen, but I don't know what for.
Do you have anything of significant value here?
it's all the gold.
If I did, I'd have a much better nightgown.
And do you know the way to Gamwell?
I don't know, do I? Gamwell.
You do. But, yeah, that's where we tell him or not.
Well, where... I forget, where is Gamwell?
That's where the blob monster is.
Oh. Not immediately.
Very well. He brings out a notepad and starts drawing something.
I watch him.
Making a nice sketch of me.
Hmm?
Doing sketches of us.
It doesn't appear to be. He's just seemingly making two sort of varied shapes for this, seemingly.
Did I recognise them?
And does the term the White God mean anything to either of you two?
Look at my notebook.
I look to Howard and shrug my shoulders.
Howard Cthulhu Mythos.
Aha. Okay. Fail.
No, it means nothing to you.
Sorry, I can't say I have. I was just trying to see if we heard of it before, but I guess we haven't. I haven't noted it down anyway.
He stops drawing at that point. I see. He means, he seems to be almost lost in thought at this point.
Is there anything else we can help you with tonight?
Hmm? Oh no, nothing. I will be in touch if you need me to be.
You got a
I would
number?
also be very careful. The two
Of
of you
course.
are both known. Let's just put it like that for
Known?
now. You are known. It's not always a good thing to be known.
By whom, might I ask?
I think I got an idea what he's talking about. Just from the fact that someone already broke into my house. In a similar fashion.
Are you going to mention that?
Alright.
How long
Yeah,
ago did
this
they
is-
break in?
Did we decide on that?
It was 6
Yeah.
weeks ago. But
Oh, about 6 weeks back.
Breaking where?
did you report this to police at the time?
I didn't report to the police because the odd thing about it was that there didn't seem to be anything missing.
Nothing missing?
Wow.
He's staring intently at you at this point.
Alright, maybe something went missing. But this is say
Let's not just say. Tell me what was missing.
I'm not entirely sure.
Something
I've
you're
still
not
got-
sure on is missing.
Have
You-
I still
you-
got, I guess I won't have the sample on me, will I?
It rotted and died. And other than
Yeah.
sneaking out the house, it wasn't doing anything.
A plant.
What break-in is he talking about anyway? Is it the other session I missed?
That's what we were discussing before we began. He has told you that his house was broken into about 6 weeks ago.
Oh, I missed that part. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Did you apprehend
Yeah.
the man who did it? Was it the same person?
No, he got clean away, chased him out, and yeah, he just vanished.
Then I can't know for sure. But if they went after it 6 weeks later, then it can't have been good enough for them. He walks out at this point through the back door.
Ask him if he has a number. So we can
He's,
call
he,
him.
conti- he continues muttering to himself at this point. He gets into a car and drives off.
Did you notice
Well,
anything
then.
about the breaker in there?
I look around a little bit to make sure that everyone else but us two have gone.
Yeah,
And
you two are now the
they
only
are.
people in the house.
Okay. Well, I pull out of a pocket of my robe the 2 papers I got off of the man, and I show Howard the drawing on the back of one that I made. of his tattoo.
I guess I don't recognize it.
Could be the mythos.
Fail.
Nope, you don't recognize it.
Even with 7%, it's still pretty hard. And I got the highest for mythos.
I know, you got a chance. That's the point. You got a chance.
I think I got the second highest. It's just the weird.
Does he recognize any of the addresses, though?
Idea roll.
Whoops, that's a reset button. No, don't.
Okay, no, you
69
don't.
out of
You don't
60.
recognise anything significant. You know, the first address is the farm address.
It's
But
not
you-
my house, is it? One of the addresses?
No, one of the houses is in Connecticut, and the other one is in Boston somewhere. But you don't know.
Did you
exactly
show
where.
this to the? Did you show this to the detective?
Of course not.
Wait, in Boston, wasn't that near thingy?
Boston's where you live.
Oh yeah. I'm a bad soldier for a reason.
It's fine.
He invaded the wrong country.
You did invade the wrong country.
Wait, we're not meant to invade Britain?
Yes.
Are you a beetle?
Alright, I'd say we needed to head to the addresses in Boston as quick as we can.
I
It's
suggest
about
we
3
wait
a.m..
first light. I suggest we wait till dawn at least.
Well, yeah, that's as quick as we can.
Yeah, I for one want to go back to bed and have breakfast before we head out for more of this stuff.
Is my car still outside? / whatever vehicle I
Yeah,
use.
yeah. There's the ambulance which will take you back to the hospital, effectively.
Okay. I was saying, otherwise I'm staying at this house.
Okay.
You're perfectly safe. I still have a handgun.
The morning.
Under my
Right.
panties.
Okay, so nothing much happens that night until we get into morning. Well, for some reason, the four of you are at the farm, having heard in the news or whatever else that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll definitely go back there.
Oh, but all four of us are together.
Yeah, why not? You'd have heard it in the early morning news, or in Jim's case, he's gone to repair the plane, but unfortunately, the plane's not here.
Oh, well, we could just say that. Does it just give us a call? Phone us up.
They could do that
Give
too.
us a.
Yeah, I could have given them a call in the morning.
But either way, for ease and convenience, you are now at the household.
At my farm.
Can I have an idea roll from Debbie at some point?
Okay. 59.
Does that pass?
Yep, 85.
Okay. It only occurs to you as you're going to sleep, but there's no visible means of entry. I mean, he could have tripped the locks of the doors in theory, mostly the back door, but there's no obvious way he could have got in. It's not as if a window's been jarred open and was definitely open, because he had to open the back door to get out at night. But
Okay, so he would have had to be a good
that
doctor.
just occurs to you as you fall asleep and you've made sure the house is secure.
Do I remember it in the morning?
Yeah. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you now.
Okay. I'm gonna take a slightly closer look at the entryways of my house, the kitchen door and the front door, to see if the locks have been tampered with or if there's any scratches.
Locksmith skill.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Basically, one.
23.
No. The locks both work, but other than that, you can't tell whether they were tampered with.
Can I tell whether there's any scratches like on the door
No,
around the
that's
lock?
kind of what the check was going for. But no.
Okay.
Well, in any case, it's breakfast and morning.
Yep,
And Jim and
I
Benny
could-
have arrived, as long with a very tired Howard.
Where's our breakfast?
I still haven't had dinner yet.
Stove's right there. The icebox is out of order, though, so... Help yourself, boys.
We
Yes, I
come to
should.
your help and you don't even make us breakfast.
I want a full English.
Well, I certainly hope you can cook, then. What do I look like, your mother?
Well, right now, yes.
I slap him with my spatula.
Why did you have a spatula?
Because I just made myself some eggs.
Wait, you
Wait,
got
hold
a
on.
spatula. Why are you refusing to make breakfast?
This is one of those really important questions.
This is a very important question. We're playing Call of Cthulhu. It's an investigative game.
Well,
Why
I just
aren't you
finished
making
making my own
breakfast?
breakfast and I'm sitting down to eat it.
Fair enough.
So I
Alright.
slapped you with my spatula with eggies on it.
As you experienced what happened last night, firsthand, I guess you should probably go over with these other two any significant details about last night that wasn't just in the news.
If there was what?
Anything important that happened last night that wasn't in the news.
Hmm.
To the two that weren't there.
Depends on what was actually in the news and whether I listened to it or not. Did I?
Just that there was an assault on a farm and the man died.
Okay.
Investigations are ongoing.
Well, I pull out of my pocket the 2 papers that I confiscated from the man and show it to the others and point out the picture of the tattoo that I drew.
Did you say they were bloodstained, one of the bits of paper?
The second bit of paper was blank, but obviously stained with a little bit of blood.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Let's say if it's like completely bloodstained, like...
Can I have a spot hidden from you two since you just had a look at it?
Fail.
Can I have a look at it too?
Yeah.
I wanted to inspect it for like invisible ink or something, but I'm not even sure how I'd go about
So
that.
we're all basically just going to inspect it, I assume.
Oh, yeah.
62 against... what was it? 68. I won. I succeeded.
Yeah, but you're going to be quiet, but I did just about catch that you succeeded.
17 against a 45.
Okay, the blank bit of paper isn't completely smooth. There's some sort of raised area on it, almost. That might be a pattern of some kind.
What, sorry?
It's almost like there's a slight indent in the paper or a slight raised
Braille?
area, which has an edge, almost writing a message in that.
Wait, invisible ink.
Possibly.
Braille.
Possibly, or Braille.
Well,
But
Okay,
you
I'm
don't know offhand.
I'm going to point it to the group and say it's something weird on the page.
Yeah, I see it too.
What? As in, what's weird about it? Because I can't see it.
It's just some
Well,
sort
I'm
of
gonna-
raised area on the surface of the paper.
Yeah, I'd use my fingers to...
How would
It's
we
definitely
normally...
definitely a load of seemingly dots and loads of dots
How-
and small patterns in sort of a line across. You guess it was Braille, but it's not marked as such. So it's not black dots; it's sort of same coloured dots.
How could we like rub this or something? I don't know. Would that feel like a paper? It wouldn't really work.
Well,
The
actually,
only reason you notice this at all is because of the blood stain on it, which is sort of dried and has made a couple of the lines near the top left a bit obvious.
can I
Does it-
have the idea to lightly rub a piece of charcoal over the bumps to
You
highlight
don't have
them?
to make an idea roll for that if you're going to do it. The idea roll's for me to give you hints, usually.
Okay.
Speaking of which, can I have an idea roll from Snoopy regarding the addresses?
Yeah, sure. Hold on. 55 against my... What was it?
I think that's a pass for you, actually.
Yeah, it's a pass.
Okay. The address in Connecticut strikes you because it's a place just outside Gamwell.
Oh, God. Okay, I'm going
Great
to...
Scott.
It's the second address on the list.
Okay, I'm going to put out... Guys, this address... You remember Gamwell?
All too well.
This is outside of Gamwell.
So is the rest of the world.
Well, jeez, thank you, Doctor. Captain...
He's a graduate. Oh.
But could it have been the mansion?
It's not the address of the mansion, not least the one you remember it being. So no, it's not the mansion address.
So it's just
But it's a
outside
town.
of-
It's literally the town you passed just before you would have arrived in Gamwell on the bus route.
Lovely. Well,
Does he recognise anything about the Boston address?
You get it's probably you vaguely think it's in the suburbs somewhere, but you don't actually know offhand. You've not been there.
So, do I get any results from rubbing the charcoal over the quote-unquote braille paper?
Yep. It's not traditional braille. You'd almost guess it was Morse code if it weren't for the fact that there are obvious sort of symbols interspaced between them. A few odd shapes and various other things. You'd guess it's possibly some form of code, but you have no clue what it is. It seems to be a mix of things.
Okay. I don't recognize any of the symbols.
You can now see it at least. It covers half the it covers the first half of the page.
Do any of the symbols match the one on the tattoo?
Yes, the first and the last symbol have a shape which is similar to that. It looks almost like a shield with multiple lines, wavy lines through them.
Okay.
Just do we get Cthulhu Mythos on this as well?
Okay.
Come on,
roll Cthulhu Mythos.
Roll at 60. Fuck. I was hoping for a 1. No, 60.
No.
You have some points in it, don't you?
I have 5. I'm 55 off.
Yeah. No, I didn't think you had 60.
Not yet. Not yet.
Well, you would be quite significantly wibbly-woo by that point. Oh my god.
Am I reading Necronomicon and it gives you like 14 points or something, doesn't it?
Well, you know where it is if you want to go.
True, I mean, we could go and rob it.
What's Connor's plan? Let's not go back to Connor's plans.
Yeah. We made a mean job of that door.
Yeah, you broke the office. Well,
I have a question.
He still doesn't know that was us, so he's still not friends.
Yep, go for it.
Do I recognize any of the symbols as matching anything that was on the dagger from our last
The
encounter?
dagger, I believe, only had a picture of a dagger.
Okay, so
Oh,
nothing
that's the
matches
enchanted
anything
dagger
I
you've
have.
got. What's the dagger from last time? No, it doesn't match that, I don't think.
Okay.
Incidentally, do I still feel a connection to the dagger?
Yes, you know where it is. Now you're this close, you know exactly where it is.
Okay.
I still have it, right?
Well, yeah, and then wherever it is,
Yeah,
American
okay.
can point directly to it if he wants to.
Okay.
I'm more inclined to just go and sort of wander over and try and find it.
Well, you walk directly to it.
Hooray.
Or at least the drawer it's in.
Get out of my panty drawer. I'll slap you with my spatula again.
How do you know he's gone upstairs to do this?
I've just wandered off.
That's where I hide things.
You just assume that anything upstairs is going to raid your panty drawer. It's true, because I'm going to raid it for the dagger.
Well, yeah, he walks off at this point. You don't know why he's walked off, but he's walked off.
Alright, we're gonna have to check out these addresses.
I agree.
But,
Wait, we're going back to Gamwell.
well,
Well, it seems if
We-
we don't, Gamwell's gonna come here.
don't say that. Please, God, don't say that. I don't want to even think about that. Well, we got the address in Boston as well. That's nearby if you want to check out the address in Boston first.
Yeah, I think we should.
We'd have some idea what's going on.
Okay.
I mean, did we work out what they were doing? Did you work out what they were after last time? All we know is that he didn't find anything, or he just didn't get away with it.
He didn't get off with anything from my house, but, and shush at that construction of my sentence.
Okay, Jim,
Yeah.
Yep.
Not that I
you find the
know of.
dagger.
Hooray.
Jim, get out of my panty drawer!
You just know he's upstairs.
She's incredibly paranoid about her panty.
So, should we get together and maybe should we head out for this location?
Well, I'm just going to wander back downstairs and sort of... I mean, I'm going to honestly tell her that I have the dagger and just go, I need this.
It's my addiction.
Now he's definitely fitting in your panty drawer.
I glare
How
at
do
him
you
and
know where the
slap him
dagger's
upside
from?
the head. I glare at him and slap him upside the head and say, fine.
Okay. I just... Nah.
Shrugs it off.
Okay, so where are you driving off to at this point?
Well, do we want to go to the nearest rest first, or are we going to trace out the one that's second on the list?
We said we want to go to Boston. Well, you said you want to go to Boston. I was upstairs raiding panty drawers.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm asking us now. We're all together.
I think we should.
You're the driver, after all.
I shrug and say I figure it's easier to get to the Boston one first.
We're
Yeah.
not going to the Gamwell because that would be a terrible idea.
Well,
Wait,
not
don't
if
we
we
know
don't
that?
have to.
Don't we know that Gamwell was destroyed? Gamwell was the one with the slime.
Yeah, you heard the news report.
Yeah.
The town was effectively ruined by a large string of murders, and I think what did I describe it? I think I described it as a gas leak, and it just basically, ignited the town.
But this address
Surviving
is
residents
just
were
outside
relocated, trying to contact members of their family.
Probably in this
Of
town
course.
just outside of it.
Yeah, this isn't exactly Gamwell, it's a town outside it, so possibly, like, we don't really know how far the influence of that thing stretched or if it can even move from where it was, so...
Okay, so let's head off to the Boston address.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay. Since none of you know where it is at this point, can I have a navigation roll from whoever's driving?
Okay, this is
Well,
going to go
we're
very
from
wrong.
Boston.
Yeah,
Well, you don't-
79 versus 10.
Yeah, none of us have any skill on that.
What
Yep.
about maps?
Well, we'd have to ask for a map,
You
wouldn't
could go into, go
We
and
could
put
buy
some-
one in a gas station.
Yeah, but I'm clearly like a stubborn middle-aged engineer. I'm never going to admit that I don't know where it is.
Okay, make me a luck roll then, Jim.
A luck roll, you say? 22 versus 60. I succeed.
Okay. After about an hour and a half of driving around the suburbs of Boston, you luck into it.
Hooray!
You find the street and you find the house.
Pretty sure we drove past this point at some point.
Let me just find the description I've got for it.
So it's in the suburbs.
Yep, it's a large property surrounded by... Right, it's a two-story property, surrounded by trees and various other things. You can see a large vegetable garden beside it. But other than that, nothing really remarkable about it. All the houses are quite similar along the street, as it turns out. This one's just got a vegetable garden, and you can see what looks like a greenhouse in the background.
I am
Okay.
highly suspicious. First house. Was
But it is the third address on the list.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants to go present themselves?
Well,
Should we have a look around? Should we go in
I-
the door?
I'll belatedly add that I put my brass knuckles, my handgun, and my lockpick in my pocket before leaving.
Okay.
So I'll go knock on the front door and see if anybody answers.
Can I have a listen roll from you?
63?